Welcome to this fascinating journey in which we will explore the mysterious world of Jupiter from a completely different perspective. Here, we will set aside the limitations of conventional science to enter a universe where the scientific and the spiritual converge, challenging our dualistic and simplistic conceptions of reality. Prepare to expand your mind and raise your frequency as we explore the depths of the unknown. Here, Jupiter is revealed as much more than just a gas giant in our solar system. It is a portal to the divine, a beacon of knowledge and wisdom that transcends our earthly understandings. But before we embark on this amazing journey, it is important to note that the information I will share with you comes from an exceptional source. She is Swaru of Era, an extraordinary extraterrestrial being of the Taygetian race from the Pleiades, Messiah 45. Swaru has shared her knowledge and experiences with the world, giving us a unique and revealing insight. With her wisdom and understanding beyond our earthly reality, Swaru will guide us through the hidden secrets of Jupiter. She will show us that this gaseous colossus is much more than just a sphere of gases in space. It is a meeting point between dimensions, an epicenter of energy and life. Among the gaseous strata of this celestial giant, inhabit amazing creatures that float like jellyfish in the sea. With their globular bodies and dangling tentacles, they hunt and feed on other beings in a celestial dance. But it's not just aerial jellyfish that fill the skies of Jupiter. Hybrid creatures, half bird and half pterodactyl, soar the skies in search of prey. They swoop down, piercing their prey with deadly precision. These aerial battles are just a taste of the vibrant and dynamic life that inhabits this planet without a defined surface. On Jupiter, currents and density barriers create a tumultuous landscape, like cosmic rivers guiding creatures in their celestial dance. The colored layers reveal the majesty and energy of this world in constant motion. From a higher perspective, one can glimpse a 6D civilization, the Charistis, whose crystal cities rise proudly into the sky. But Jupiter is not just a planet full of life and wonder. It is a portal for positive beings that come from higher densities. The Charistis, noble and advanced beings, have been watching over and protecting Earth for millennia. His presence at key moments has prevented catastrophes and disasters. Jupiter's energy is a powerful force that radiates light and life. It is like a sun unto itself, emitting energy that transcends conventional thermodynamic laws. It is a reminder that our reality is much more complex than we can imagine. In addition to Jupiter, the moons that surround it are also places of great interest. Europa, in particular, harbors an ocean under its ice cap, with a civilization of merfolk beings. These moons are in the process of formation and development, and it is our duty to respect their growth and allow them to evolve without interference. The Charistis are an enigmatic race that arouses wonder and admiration in secret circles. They are 6th density high-frequency beings who have found their home on Jupiter and its moons. Their earthly name is a reference to high-ranking Templar, Masonic and Illuminati circles, who link them to the concept of decay, or crystal, a positive energy embodied by the letter K. In the mythology of these circles, it is claimed that Jesus Christ, or DK according to the Illuminati Freemason Templars, comes from the Karistus race and resides on Jupiter and its moons. However, it is important to understand that the Charistis do not identify themselves or their race with proper names, but instead perceive themselves as a high concept. In our world, we often associate them with angels due to their angelic appearance and their connection to a positive energy that transcends earthly boundaries. The presence of the Charistis is not limited to Jupiter and its moons, but also reaches our own planet, Earth. Here among us are starseeds of this race and other extraterrestrial civilizations. On occasion, the Charistis visit our world in their original form, assuming the role of guides to observe and assist in the events that unfold here. Their appearance has been captured on videos, where we can perceive them as beings of light that radiate a deep sense of peace and harmony, reminding us of the same angels of ancient legends. According to Anika of Tema, an extraordinary Taygetian extraterrestrial of the Pleiades, the Charistis claim Earth as their rightful property, based on a history stretching back some 200,000 years, before the arrival of the Lyrians. From her perspective, the Charistis consider the Lyrians to be a variant of themselves, believing that they are the origin of this race. That is why they see the Federation's intervention on Earth as invasive and disagree with their actions, since they consider that the Federation has been too permissive with races that go against the interests of the Charistis, such as the Vlash and the Maitre, who are known as Kingu reptilians and tall greys. From the Charistis view, all human-like races in space are considered variants of themselves. The Charistis have a protective attitude and claim the Earth with the intention of restoring it to its former state, but not from an invasive perspective, but with the intention of returning it to its former splendor. Regarding their appearance, it is said that they wear long ornate robes, similar to the Andromedans, but with the peculiarity of having very long necks. Her eyes, almond-shaped and almost white, or completely dark eyes, convey a sense of serenity. His movement is slow and deliberate, giving an impression of great tranquility. Although they collaborate when they want to, they are perceived as somewhat distant and superior to the Federation. Although they are 6th density beings, they exist in all densities below 6th. They are considered the most advanced civilization and race in the entire solar system and see themselves as mentors of great wisdom. Now, we will delve into the epic story of the Charistis and their unique vision of the universe. According to Yaji Swaru, a fascinating extraterrestrial, with a broader level of perception and with her transcendental wisdom, she challenges the limiting New Age concept of number densities. She reveals an updated vision in which the expansion of consciousness overcomes any number barrier. But what does this mean? It turns out that any being that exists in a higher density has its reflections and equivalents in the lower densities. All beings exist simultaneously in all densities, being a reflection of the entire universe. In this sense, those with a high consciousness understand and embrace the less expansive minds, adapting easily. However, a less developed mind is limited in its outlook and cannot reach higher levels without acquiring more information and experience. It is a reminder that our potential for understanding is limitless, as long as we are open to expanding our minds to broader horizons. The Charistis, celestial beings, surprise us by appearing with majestic wings, in their original bioplasmic essence. His image evokes the greatness of angels in the firmament. However, as the most advanced race in this solar system, they can also physically manifest in a more alien biological form, with long necks and almond-shaped eyes, draped in ornate robes. But their ability to manifest goes further, since they can enter Earth as step-downs, adopt known biological suits assuming the form of starseeds or hybrids. These noble Charistis warriors fight tirelessly for humanity. Their bravery prompts them to engage in direct confrontations, wielding knives and swords against regressive agents. However, in their surrender and dedication to protect us, their sacrifice is profound, since, in this fight for the freedom and well-being of humanity, they suffer great loss of life. In fact, the concept of an angel on earth finds its roots in the presence and beliefs of the Charistis. They share the concept of angel with the Taygetians, although in the Taygetian view, angels are more like the biblical archangels, names and all, like Gabriel, Michael, Rigel, Zadkiel, among others. These beings come down and communicate face to face with humans, establishing direct and meaningful contact. Karistus evokes a mysterious presence, as if they were angelic beings of light. The image of wings is perceived, and with it is associated the arrival of something beneficial or the prevention of an impending disaster. However, the concept of angel is interpreted differently by the Taygetians. Thus, when exploring the Taygetian information, we will find symbols of angels and wings that represent their signature and what they have represented throughout our history. We can even see this symbology embodied in the coffers of the Alliance, which are not limited to just one, but are three. The representations of the coffers of the Covenant in movies and on the internet are almost identical to the original, and the angels that appear in them symbolize two civilizations that collaborated in the construction of the Ark, Karistus and Taygetus. Both cultures use the winged figure as a cultural symbol rooted in their identity. The mythology of the Charistis is captivating and unique. To them, all Lyrians in the galaxy are hybrids of their own race, based on a soul level rather than physical biology. This belief, full of meaning, shows his different perspective of the world, embracing duality and recognizing the struggle between souls at all levels of existence. In their view, the battle is clear: the Vlash souls and the hybrids face off against the Charistus. The Vlash represent the negative races, from reptilians to greys, while the Charistus personify positivity and light. Hybrids, called starseeds, also have a special place in their worldview. According to the Charistus, the Vlash have invaded Earth, a planet they consider theirs due to its connection to the solar system. This advanced race claims ownership over the Earth and the system as a whole, arguing that they were the true owners before the arrival of the invaders. But this story goes beyond the planet. It is about the souls that inhabit it, since the consciousness of the Earth is the result of all the consciousnesses that coexist on it. To the Charistus, humans and Lyrian species are considered Charistus, as they view them as variants or hybrids of their own race. In their perspective, everything is a manifestation of consciousness, and negativity does not exist as a separate entity. What we perceive as negative is simply a reflection of the individual choices and beliefs that each soul holds, manifesting into reality. The Charistus, celestial beings with their majestic wings, share a special bond with the Taygetians, and although the latter see them more as the biblical archangels, in their tireless fight to protect humanity, both descend and communicate face to face with humans, establishing a direct and significant contact. Their bravery and sacrifice in direct confrontations inspire us all to embrace our own battles, never to give up in the face of negative forces that may threaten us. Their presence, like that of angels on earth, reminds us that there are higher forces working for our well-being. The connection between the Charistus and the Taygetians reveals to us that direct contact with beings of light is possible. The figure of the angels stands as a symbol of hope and protection in our lives, reminding us that we are not alone on our way. The Charistis vision of the duality of the soul and the struggle between positivity and negativity awakens us to deep reflection. Every individual choice and every belief shapes our reality, so we have the power to create a world filled with light and love. Through the Karistus, we understand that we are all carriers of their essence, that we can all rise above our limitations and embrace our true nature. We become stellar seeds, beings of light willing to fight for the freedom and well-being of all. So, let us remember that we are part of a cosmic story, a story in which our souls are intertwined with those of angelic beings. It invites us to explore our own greatness, to awaken our divine potential and to live in harmony with the universe. So, in times of challenge, when darkness threatens to cover our paths, let us look up to the sky and remember the angels who fight by our side. Let's find the strength to overcome any obstacle, to embrace positivity and love in every choice we make. Together, as a great cosmic family, we can weave a bright and transcendental future. Let us never forget that we are divine beings with the power to transform our lives and the world around us. Spread your wings and embrace your true self, because in essence, you too are Karistus. Thank you for watching the video and exploring together a small sample of the fascinating tapestry of life in the universe. If you would like to continue exploring this exciting topic and receive more information, I urge you to subscribe to our channel. By doing so, you will have access to exclusive content, exciting discoveries, captivating stories and ever-expanding knowledge about extraterrestrial life. In addition, we want to excite you even more by recommending the top channels that are our source of inspiration for bringing you information about these fascinating extraterrestrial beings. We encourage you to explore the official channels of Swaru Official, Aryan Israel, Cosmic Agency and Despejando Enigmas. These channels offer you valuable perspectives and a wide range of information about extraterrestrial life. Immerse yourself in their content and let yourself be carried away by the wonder of discovering more about the universe around us. Join us on this exciting journey of knowledge. Let's continue to explore the limits of our knowledge together and embrace the diversity and wonders that await us beyond the stars. Don't miss our next adventure. Subscribe now to join this amazing community of universe explorers. And see you next time.